Odds of the world are working in our favor here. Cool. Awesome. Although I actually wanted to start off just to get a sense of how kind of video blogging savvy the audience is, or whether to start at the beginning, the middle, or the end. How many of you guys have blogs out there? Oh my God. How many of you guys have podcasts or audio blogs? That's a lot too. And what about video blogs? Oh, cool. Actually, that's not a bad number. It's definitely spreading. I'm one of the founders of blip.tv, which is one of the big video sharing sites, but totally focused on shows. So not viral videos, much as people that are building up an audience for themselves, just as you would do for a straight blog. And actually, I'm proud to say one of our top shows is the Richard Show. And we're joined. Richard, do you want to stand up for a second? Here's an example of a fabulous video blogger. And yeah, we can applaud. And here's an example of how it's spreading. Next to him is Maureen. Now Maureen is his wife, and for a long time on video, she was actually pretty well known as, I kid you not, quote unquote, Richard's wife. So I saw Maureen last night, and she said, Dina, you know what, I'm sick of, being Richard, well, she didn't say I'm sick of it, she said, I'm no longer Richard's wife, quote unquote. She actually saw kind of the acclaim and the attention in the audience that Richard was getting, and Maureen started her own video blog recently. Maureen, stand up. This is so cool. It's called Inspired Healing. There are not as many women that are video blogging as men right now, and how cool is it that Maureen is no longer Richard's wife. She's now Dr. Maureen, and each week she's doing a video blog talking about alternative medicine. And that's how I see video blogging spreading from, husband to wife, person to person, friend to friend. And I think we'll see a lot more of this in 2007. So I wanted you to meet some famous video bloggers. Ask them, they're the stars. I'm just with the platform, but they're the stars. So I encourage you to talk to them afterwards. So I actually prepared a little bit of a presentation because my co-founders make fun of me for saying all the time, I'm all about action, not about talk. So you can almost look at this as a how-to depending on what it is that you want to accomplish. So we're going to start off with anyone out here. This sort of segues perfectly from what James was talking about, who thought that they saw something that should have been on TV, or that should be kind of focused on by the media, but wasn't. Now, with video blogging and video sharing capabilities, literally every single person here who has a camcorder or a cell phone or a digital camera that shoots video, can be a reporter. All it takes is an internet connection and a cell phone or a camcorder. And I actually have as the first example that you'll see here, highlight wrongdoing by your local police department, atrocities in Darfur, or the war in Baghdad. So I'll give you an example of citizen journalism. There's a young guy from Boston named Brian Conley who had no media experience and no money. But a couple years ago, he was not happy with the way that the war in Baghdad was being covered by the traditional TV networks. So what did Brian Conley do? This was just an average guy. He got himself to Baghdad, he flew to Jordan, and then literally hitchhiked to Baghdad, took out a camcorder that is actually not nearly as nice as the one that Maureen and Richard have, about a $200 Panasonic camcorder, a crappy laptop, much worse than the one that I have up here, and a dial-up modem, kid you not, in Baghdad. And Brian has been covering the war. This example that I'll show you is pretty soon after he arrived in Baghdad, and he actually got footage of the Firdos Square bombing that literally not one of the TV networks got, including NBC, ABC, CNN, Fox, etc. Very close by to where he was. Brian has since set up a team of stringers in Baghdad, local Iraqis, who were still covering the war. So his show, which is called Alive in Baghdad, or his video blog, I use those words interchangeably, is available. I'll actually show you right here. Former reporter, so hopefully you can hear me. This is his own website. It's at aliveinbaghdad.org. This is his video blog on Blip, which is at aliveinbaghdad.blip.tv. He syndicates his videos. They're hosted by Blip, but he syndicates them through to AOL videos, so they're at video.aol.com. And he has a MySpace page, so that's at MySpace/aliveinbaghdad. So what does that mean? That means that Brian is able to shoot this footage, or now he has a team of stringers that are covering the war in Baghdad, and this video is seen all throughout the web. These are just 4 examples of sites where Brian's videos sit, but there are dozens upon dozens of other sites, because we at Blip send videos out to a bunch of aggregator sites on the web. What does this mean for you? If you have something that you want to highlight, you can shoot the videos. You can upload them to a site, whatever site it is that you want to choose. And your videos can be seen by everyone who is going to AOL Video, by people who are going to MySpace, by people who are, searching websites and finding Alive in Baghdad, or by people that are going to blip.tv to watch videos. So Brian, who is this young guy from Boston, also just won an award. I apologize that I'm in that picture. It's the only one I had. But he just won the award that was given out 2 months ago for Best Video Blog of the Year. What he's doing right now is self-sustaining. He has 3 people covering the war. He actually just set up Alive in Mexico and has a team of people covering all sorts of political atrocities in Mexico. Brian Conley has no money. He has no funding for this project. They are just bootstrapping it along and somehow making it work. And all of this was started because there was one guy who wasn't happy with the way the war was covered. What does that mean for you? Again, if there's something that you want to feature, something you want to show the world, all you have to do is do it. For those of you who are involved in social causes, who want to somehow lobby, whether it's the school board or local congressman or a senator or the president at whatever level, I'll give you an example. Say you're unhappy with a neighborhood school. What can you do? You can actually go to the school and shoot videos of, the books falling apart, or the cafeteria food that is not great, or the library computers. Maybe we can talk more about public schools in a little bit, from the 1980s that don't have good internet access. You can take those videos and send them, as Brian Conley has done, throughout the blogosphere. You can put them up on YouTube or put them up on blip.tv. Share them on iTunes, create a MySpace page for them and organize them, as James was saying, so it's easy for people to find.